We've had Congressman Waxman here for, what, 30 years, representing the 30th District. He is now chair of the Government Oversight Committee. Congressman Waxman.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be with you, because I know that many of you are going to say to me, we've got to impeach this president. We've got to impeach this vice president. I can't tell you how badly I would like to see both of them out of office.
In jail. Do it.
Jail.
But I want to tell you how I see the issue. To impeach a president, to impeach a vice president, to impeach anybody, the House has to vote for articles of impeachment. Then there has to be a trial, and the conviction must be by a 2/3 vote of the Senate. I told you the problems we have getting 60 votes in the Senate. No Republican will join us in arguing for impeachment. I fear that this may trip us up on getting a Democrat elected based on the issues and not the political attacks that they'll make against us. I don't see the effort accomplishing anything other than keeping us from dealing with other issues, hopefully by embarrassing them to do things like child health insurance.
People want impeachment.
I know you all want impeachment.
Yes.
I would like to see him driven for office.
And we can't pass it.
Wait a second, you're going to get your chance for questions and answers. But I don't see it succeeding. That's the conclusion I've reached. And I don't support impeachment.
Okay. Peter Thottam.
Thank you, Congressman Waxman. I met with you in July, along with a lot of people here, and we got the same load of crap in July about impeachment not being something that's viable. And I'm an attorney too, okay? It's not beyond reasonable doubt only. There's clear and convincing and other standards that apply. A trial was a close possibility last November. Kucinich had a resolution on the floor. It failed by 26 votes. Wexler, your peer, and Baldwin in Wisconsin and Gutierrez in Illinois are demanding that the House Judiciary Committee seriously consider 799 and 333. The reason impeachment matters to these people here is because nothing less than the integrity of this government is at stake. The reputation around the world. To have impeached Bill Clinton for perjury about a blowjob, and to not impeach these criminals for destroying the integrity of the Constitution and the reputation of the United States, for having killed and slaughtered 4,000 Americans, 1 million Iraqis, is unforgivable, Congressman. Show some spine.
That's okay, you go ahead, 30 seconds.
Anyone, please sign up.
Hi, my name is Katie Kurtzman. Jane Harmon's bill, H.R. 1955, you voted for it. During a PowerPoint presentation in front of Congress, a group called Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth were held in common with terrorist training camps, jihadi websites. I am an active member of the 9/11 Truth movement. Please explain why you voted yes on H.R. 1955 and why I should not feel threatened.
Okay.
Good question.
I wish somebody had contacted me about that bill. That bill was on a suspension calendar for non-controversial bills. Do you know how many people voted against that bill? 0.
No, 6.
There was 6.
6 people.
3 of them are Republicans.
6 people, I don't know, there's always somebody, I guess, who votes against something. I had no reason not to support that bill.
Read it.
I did not know this was a controversial bill. I do not read every bill that's put on the non-controversial.
Thank you for admitting that. It affects the American people.
Okay, okay.
Congressman, the 9/11 Truth Movement believes the World Trade Center buildings came down as controlled demolitions, a feat beyond the powers of Muslim hijackers. My question is intended to gauge how much you know about this vital controversy. So I'm asking, which of the arguments of the 9/11 Truth Movement do you find most cogent? And I have some information I'll give to your staff member if you're stuck.
Yeah, let me accept the information because I don't know offhand all arguments of the 9/11 Truth Commission.
Well, that's what I wanted to find out.
Okay, so let me be sure to get that.
The NIST report on Building 7 is 7 years late. It's supposed to be out by the end of this year. They can't explain Building 7.
Next question. Oops, next question. Michael? I'm not on. There we go.
Hello, Congressman. As you know, Sibel Edmonds has information related to foreknowledge of 9/11 and also about congressional corruption. And this year in March, you were given a petition with over 15,000 signatures requesting that you hold public hearings in the Sibel Edmonds FBI whistleblower case. And to date, your silence has been deafening. Do you intend to hold those hearings, and if so, when do you intend to hold them?
And I have no intentions at the moment to hold hearings on that.
Hi, Congressman. Thank you for being here. Do you have the will to listen to the architects and engineers who tell us that the currently available footage of the destruction of the Twin Towers in Building 7 on 9/11 is enough evidence to prove that these 3 steel skyscrapers were brought down in controlled demolitions, far beyond a reasonable doubt?
Well, I have not looked into it myself. I know we had a 9/11 commission that looked at
No, they
all
didn't.
sorts of related matters. I don't know if they looked at this one. But that hasn't been the conventional understanding. It's not been my understanding of why the Twin Towers collapsed. I'd be glad to see any information you have to the contrary.
Okay. It's ae911truth.org.
Let's go on to another issue.
Give him a card.
Hi, thank you. My name is Stuart. Howe. My question has to do with 2 troubling situations. First is, in spite of the fact that recent Zogby and Scripps and Howard polls show that over 60% of Americans believe the current U.S. government played some role in facilitating or allowing the attacks of 9/11-2001.
Oh, I'm sorry. We just can't have any more. We've got the 9/11 Truth Commission. So
No, sir. No, sir. No. Let him ask his question. Let him ask his question. Let him ask his
Can I
question.
please be allowed to ask my question?
what is the issue?
My question is, with this issue and the Sibel Edmonds issue, how can you be spending time, a moment, on steroids in baseball when we have actual issues going on that need to be addressed by someone with backbone and spine on our behalf? And if you don't serve our interests, sir, whose interests do you serve?
I think there are a lot of issues that are important. And I think the fact that kids are taking steroids and suffering from the consequences of taking steroids because they see their heroes in sports using it. And they're given the following message: go ahead and use a drug that can hurt you, maybe even lead to your death. Go ahead and cheat, because cheating is okay to do. Those are the kinds of messages that I think a lot of our kids have.
If it's on 9/11, please don't ask it. Is it on impeachment?
Or 9/11. Or
I'm sorry.
9/11.
We're not doing impeachment or 9/11. We got one more question.
I've been standing in line for
No.
15
I-
minutes.
we've
Others
had
have asked.
What are the other questions?
Congressman Waxman, I would like to say thank you very much for supporting all of our women's rights. You have been a champion, but there's one woman that you are not supporting. Her name is Sibel Edmonds. Let her speak, under oath, in front of an open session to the American people. As far as impeachment, it's all involved. And when it comes down to hearings for impeachment, something of grave seriousness to our country, it's not based on opinion. You said you have a different opinion than the people in this room. Impeachment hearings are based on the facts, sir.
I don't hold impeachment hearings. Contact John Conyers, he's the
My
chairman of the
question
committee.
was about
Is it-
Sibel Edmonds.
Yeah, I heard your views.
Congressman, before you leave, let me just say one thing. And it's the same, just a minute. It's my turn. You know, just as we said to Congresswoman Jane Harman, go back to your fellow Democratic congressman and say that there is unrest out there, that they're not satisfied with us, and it's going to be our fault if we don't give them what they want, because we're not going to get in power in the White House. That's all we say. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much.
Voting machines.
Yeah, we passed a bill authored by Rush Holt in the House to require the voting machines to have the
which of the
ability
bills
to check
would you like
on the
to
paper
start?
ballots. I'm worried about it
Believe it
too.
or not, I am a big fan of yours. And here is Architects and Engineers for 9/11.
Oh, good.
Can we